This video is brought to you by the lovely sponsors below. Thank you so much for your support.
Oh, god damn it. Where the hell? Wait, there's still music? People? Still at the festival then? Thank God for that, I guess. Damn, BB, when I find you, I swear I'm going to...
Oh, PT! There you are!
Huh? Oh, Nina?
Jeez, you goof. We've been looking all over for you. Everybody's already out enjoying the festival. They have fireworks tonight and tons of fresh sushi.
Oh, they are? Nice. And, sorry about making you look for me.
Well, not your fault, so it's fine. You're back now, so let's go catch up with everyone and enjoy this place properly, shall we?
Right. Actually, I've been falling for the last, 30 minutes. Do you mind if we find some place to sit? So I have a chance to catch my breath?
Oh, sure. Let's see. I think I saw a bench back this way. Oh, thank goodness there's shade over this one. I thought we'd never find some place to sit.
Given how many people are running around, I'm not too surprised. Thanks, Nina.
Anytime. Are you okay, though? You said you were falling that entire time.
Yeah, so BB put me in some weird temporal looping prison thingy. The entire sequence keeps switching, so it makes trying to break out of it a goddamn nightmare.
Sounds like it. Are you back for good now, or do you think it'll loop back again?
Knowing BB, probably the latter. Just don't know when. So if you see me just randomly vanish into thin air again, you know why.
Right. BB. You won't just disappear again.
Hey, come on, Nina. You know I didn't leave by choice.
I know, I just can't help but think about it. Especially when I thought I lost Brynhild too. It all just came rushing back, you know?
Yeah, I get it. You've been through a lot these past few years.
Has it really been a few years since this all started?
Yeah, you went from eating popcorn decorations to throwing down with the fire giant. Hell of a change, Nina.
Says the one who went from haunted computer monitor to dancing with a literal goddess. You know, you almost gave me 2 heart attacks that day, right?
Hey, for the record, I tried to make it before you guys started fighting Surtur, but turbulence happened. Either way, we ended up winning in the end. So, no harm, no foul.
If the queen was at full strength with all of her Valkyrie, PT.
I know, things would have turned out much differently. Thankfully it didn't, and everything worked out. And now, somehow, we're in the middle of Hawaii during one of the biggest festivals of all time.
You totally read that last part off the brochure.
Oh, gotta practice for any future sale pitches. Never know when I'll need it.
Uh-huh. Sure. Good luck with that, PT.
Thanks as always, Nina.
Of course. You know I'm always here for you.
Yeah, I know, it just means a lot. So thank you for that. And thank you for welcoming me back, too.
Well, yeah. No matter what happened, I wanted to make sure that you had a place to come back to. Even though it's not the same place anymore.
It's still a place worth coming back to, original Chaldea or not. Besides, I'm sorry for not being there when everything went to hell.
I mean, I'd be lying if I said everyone wasn't upset about that. But you said you had something really important to do. So people did understand to some extent. As for me, I trust you, and I knew you'd come back as soon as you were able to.
You have way too much faith in me sometimes. You know there was a chance I'd never come back, right?
Perhaps. But you've never let me down before, so having faith in you is pretty natural at this point. Just like back with the fantasy tree.
Is that right?
Be quiet, you! I know, that was super cheesy!
Yeah, it was, but it's honestly nice to hear. Saying cheesy stuff like that means you're letting yourself relax more, which is a good thing.
Yeah, well, it's just been difficult. A lot has happened, and honestly, for a while, I didn't think it was going to get any better.
Yeah, I get it. I'm honestly just glad you got some proper rest after Scandinavia.
Likewise. But that just leaves the matter with you.
Whatever do you mean, Nina?
You know exactly what I mean. I still have a whole heap of questions, and now that we've got the time, I would like them to be answered.
Alright. I do owe you a proper explanation. But remember, whenever the temporal loop happens again, I'm going to disappear. Knowing my luck and how BB is, it's probably going to be at the most inconvenient time.
Probably. But just know whenever it happens, we'll do our best to find you again, okay?
Noted. Alright, so, where do you actually want to start with all this?
Where did you actually go? You said it was really far away, right?
Yeah, it's a place that exists outside the time axis. You've technically been to a variation of it back when BB first showed up.
Wait, the moon cell?
Yeah, though this isn't the same one you're all familiar with. It's much older, and has been watching since the day it came into existence, supposedly.
Watching what exactly?
Different worlds, timelines, dimensions, stuff like that. Normally the moon cell is responsible for recording everything that happens to planet Earth, but since this moon cell exists outside the time axis, it can see what's beyond that as well.
That sounds absolutely ridiculous. How is something like that even possible?
I had the exact same reaction as you when I first heard about it, and honestly, I'm not sure. From everything I know, it originated from a world where it was the most desired object in all of creation. But then it somehow ended up outside the time axis and started to record everything. I've barely scratched the surface of what's in its archive, but one of my coworkers said that it's essentially infinite. And after all the times I've checked it already, I honestly believe that.
That's... wow. Okay, and coworkers? Do they all work for that same boss you mentioned?
Yeah, we all work for her. Her being Logos. She's an administrator of the moon cell. Specifically the part of it that is responsible for recording and preserving history. We just help it along as her recorders.
But if the moon cell records everything, why would Logos need recorders at all?
An excellent question. So, most timelines proceed as they're meant to. Each one is subject to their own rules and events that drive it forward. But due to the endless amount of variations that can exist, no two timelines are exactly alike. For example, in one you can turn right at an intersection, and this one decision could lead to the destruction of the universe, while in another, you turn left and somehow play a part in saving all of creation. The list goes on forever, honestly.
Huh. That's a bit overwhelming. But it's really interesting to think that so many different variations can exist from just about any decision ever made.
Yep, it gets super in-depth, but thankfully the moon cell handles the majority of the heavy lifting. Recorders mainly step in if variations threaten to damage the timeline and anything around it. That can cause massive temporal instability and consume more energy than the universe can handle. If that continues, then that timeline could potentially be cold, which results in it ceasing to, be.
And then it's just... gone?
Yeah, for good. It's supposedly to prevent energy from being wasted, but essentially it means that that timeline and everything in it are completely wiped out of existence by the world.
So it functions the same as a lost belt then?
Essentially, yes. Oh, and in case you're wondering, this timeline has been stable for the most part, mainly due to extensive damage control. But it's stable enough.
Thank goodness for that. But all of that sounds absolutely insane, though. You must have seen so much already, huh?
Oh, you have no idea. But trust me when I say that this timeline has definitely been one of the more interesting ones.
I'm glad that it's interesting, I guess. Actually, wait. If the moon cell records everything, that means we're being recorded right now too, right?
Yeah, everything that's happened from the dawn of this timeline to this very moment has been recorded by that moon cell, and will continue to be recorded.
I'm not really sure how I feel about a supercomputer watching my every move.
Totally understandable. I'm not a huge fan of it either, but I wouldn't be here without it. So I'm grateful to some extent.
Oh?
Yeah, that moon cell contains the only record of my timeline ever existing. Sure, it's just another small file in its archives, but it's proof, you know? That everything actually happened. Sometimes I even reread it to remind myself that all these memories and experiences I have are real, and not just some made-up dream. It keeps my friends, my family, my Chaldea, and my story alive, and that's honestly enough for me to keep trying sometimes.
PT.
Oh, sorry. That came out more depressing than I wanted to. You're here to relax, not to...
It's fine. I'd rather you be real with me than lie. Honestly, with how everything has been going these last couple months, distrust has been common.
Okay. I understand. Thanks, Nina.
I do have a few more questions, though, if that's okay.
Sure, ask away.
How did the talk with Logos actually end up going?
Oh, well,
That doesn't sound too good.
it honestly wasn't. It was a full evaluation from the start of my involvement with the timeline to the day I had to step out for an extended amount of time. Logos is very detail-oriented, so I had to explain pretty much everything. Especially all the crap that happened with Kiara and a certain purple-haired pain in the ass.
BB. Right. But wasn't she trying to help deal with Kiara as well?
In a manner of speaking, but she went about it pretty terribly.
I mean, you're not wrong. I don't think I had ever seen you so mad before.
Well, it ended up happening again. BB actually showed up in the middle of the evaluation.
Wait, what? She was there too?
Yeah, it was really awkward. Especially when she proceeded to hijack the meeting and recount in perfect detail how badly everything went during her time in Seraph. And she even offered alternative solutions to how I should have handled every situation.
Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I was pissed. Like, I think I was so deep into a new level of anger that I was completely calm.
That's a bit concerning, honestly.
It's okay, I got over it. Mostly. Besides, we're more or less working together now, so I had to deal with it regardless.
Right, I was going to ask about that too. I've never seen you two really get along at all, so when you returned together, that was honestly very surprising.
No worries, she still was annoying as all hell. But without her, I don't think I would have made it back in one piece. So at the very least, I can tolerate her continued existence.
Well, it's a start at least, but that just brings another question to mind. What did you two have to deal with exactly?
An interdimensional disaster that almost tore several timelines apart. Thankfully, we were able to deal with it and minimize damage across the board, but it was still a bit too close for comfort.
Sounds like it. But something on that magnitude is too crazy to think about. Though it would explain why you look even more tired than before.
Sorry, had to go all out. Made it back though, so it all worked out, I think.
I'm glad. I really am. You have no idea how much I
missed you too.
goof.
Yeah, but I'm really sorry too, Nina. For making you wait so long, for not being there when you needed me, for being an asshole the last time we talked, and for getting this to you so late. I'm sorry. I really am.
Apology accepted, but what do you mean?
So, I'm honestly not really good with things like this anymore, but Merry Late Christmas, Nina. I know you usually don't like things that are too flashy, so I thought something simple would work. Is this okay?
Oh, PT, of course it is! I love it!
Really? Oh, good. I'm glad.
Alright, how does it look? PT, where did... Oh, the loop must have... I guess the rest will have to wait until later. Thank you, though. It really is a beautiful present. You goof.
Apologies for the wait, Master. Are you ready to go? The Valkyries should already be ahead of us.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Something wrong?
No, nice outfit change. Very, summery.
That altar holy maiden insisted on it. Honestly, it was getting rather irritating hearing her complain about how she sweat every time she looked at me.
Oh, I see. Makes total sense. Jean, you are so evil.
It's not as if I don't have this kind of wardrobe. After all, I was a sailor in life.
That you were. Of course. That makes total sense.
I hope you do not mind. If you do, I can just change back.
Nope, not at all. I'm good with it. Completely, totally fine. Spectacular even. We ready now? Of course we are. Great, wonderful. Come on, Edmund, let's get going. Bryn is waiting, please, and thank you.